Anyway, getting around to what I wanted to talk about, Jackie and I had to make a very tough decision this past Tuesday night. She and I talked about it all day long, and a number of things are happening. We really thought, we all thought this, thought that COVID would be over, um, months ago, and we would be completely in the clear to have the Sunburst convention. And then it lasted longer and lasted longer. And I checked in with a hotel, and it turned out that eventually they said, okay, if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. They were not requiring mask in the hotel. And we're like, okay, we're good, because we didn't want to go the route of asking people if they've been vaccinated or not. We really didn't want to tell people, oh, you have to wear a mask. That's awkward and uncomfortable. And then things were looking great, as we all know, and then things started looking not so great. And Orlando mayor announced that they put a mask mandate in. If you're indoors, whether you're vaccinated or not, they are asking that you wear a mask. Also, Disney, which we follow closely to see what Disney does, and it helps us out. Hi, Caroline, you're in here. Great. Disney, as of tomorrow, will be requiring that masks be worn inside, whether you're vaccinated or not. Nobody's asking for vaccination cards. So, on that note, we did not feel that Sunburst, it was a good idea to have Sunburst in 5 weeks. It would have started 5 weeks from yesterday. And because of all of this, I've called our regulars. I've talked to a lot of people. Our registrations are way down. I don't mind telling people that because that's the truth. We have to have a certain number of registrations in order to pay for the convention because, as we all know, your registration pays for the convention to happen. And some aspects of the Sunburst Convention are hard cost no matter how many people come, including, sound and lights, decor, things like that, and the list goes on. So we had not met that yet, and we were down as far as normally 5 weeks out. We would have twice as many registrations in as I've got now, and we don't have that. So, with all of that in mind, we were not in a position to um, take that chance. So we have postponed the Sunburst convention. It's not going to happen Labor Day weekend. As a matter of fact, we have not made it official yet, but we've been on the phone um, all day yesterday and today, talking not only to our regular host hotel that we've had for the last 7 or 8 years, but to our previous couple of previous hotels and some other hotels we've never stayed. And one thing that has happened with all of the conventions that canceled last year, they started piling into town. They're ready to have their convention too. So they beat us to it, and things have just not lined up. We had a fantastic, I mean, the hotel rate that we have at, hey, Patrick, how are you? Not a mandate, but the mayor said all business should require it. Thank you. Thank you, Jackie. Jackie's watching in the other room. So, where was I going? Oh, the our rate of $105 a night for a hotel room at the Florida Hotel and Convention Center is outrageous, outrageously low. um, if you go anywhere in the United States and you stay in the rooms that are as nice as the ones we get to stay in at the Florida Hotel, you're going to pay a lot more than that. So we talked with them, and it's just, oh my gosh, the all the things you have to look at. Okay, well, this one can accommodate us, but their room rate is higher, and they've got a $20 a day parking fee, which is not going to work when we're trying to put on a showcase for talent agents and buyers and the general public, because they're going to go, we have to pay $20 to park our car to come in and watch a show. No, we're not going to do that. And most all of the hotels in Florida have gone to a 20 to $30 per day Some of them are still charging resort fees, which are usually somewhere between $15 and $19 per day. So, with that said, we no longer can get the hotel room for $105. It went up to $119. Florida Hotel is gorgeous, and they give us like La Quinta rates. That's true. So it went up to $119. I would like to think that an additional $14 a night is well worth it for what we have there at that hotel. There's no charge for parking. There's no charge for a resort fee, and you get free internet in your room. So there are a lot of benefits to staying there at the Florida Hotel, which is attached to the Florida Mall. That's a big thing. One of the things that we can do, the Sunburst Convention, we can help curb that increase in the for the room rate by adjusting the rates on the Sunburst Convention itself. I'm going to make the registration simpler so it makes more sense. Before we've had, an artist full access, and the other choice was an artist no showcase, and the other choice was an artist premiere. And you're going, what? Huh? So I'm going to make them platinum, gold, and silver. So no, it's not going to reflect that on your badge or anything. So nobody's going to know if you got a silver one or a platinum one. And the difference is a platinum is going to include a showcase. Silver is not going to include a showcase. And sorry, platinum is going to include a showcase. Gold will not include the showcase, and a silver will not include a showcase and nor the workshops or contact list or the promo table. My nose is itching. Someone's talking about me. Does it have to be in Orlando? Absolutely it does, because we live here, and just it's hard enough to do the convention in the town that we live in. I can't even imagine trying to put it on somewhere else. Orlando is a destination town. That people have asked us for since we started. Would you consider doing it in Las Vegas? Would you consider doing it in Seattle, in New Jersey, or wherever? No, we can't. It's for what we do. We're not willing to do all the extra stuff it takes to get it done. I can't even imagine. We are able to get in the car and go down to the hotel and actually tour the hotel ourselves and say, this is where we want this and that's where we want that. I can't even imagine doing that just over the phone. So if we moved it out of town, we would have to spend money on flights and all of that. Then the rates would go up and all that. So we're just trying to make it work for everybody. Yeah, that's a very good point, Jackie. One thing we haven't really touched on a lot is that when we stay at the Florida hotel, you can go into the food court in the mall and you can get, Chinese meal for $7, or pizza or whatever you want. Whereas if you stay in most resort hotels, you are limited to what they have there at the hotel. And usually it's $15 for a stale turkey sandwich, a bag of chips, and maybe a Coke for $15. We get repeated FaceTime with all the staff. Absolutely. I mean, and I'm not talking Zoom. We're talking face to face, or we can sit down and talk with them. And plus, all of our vendors are here. I can't vendors by sound and light. I can't imagine going to another city and trying to arrange for someone there to run our sound and lights when we have Jonathan Leamy right here. So it's sorry. That's a dining pavilion. Ew. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them, and either Jackie or I will answer them as we come up there. Let's see. Um, what we are looking at, did I say this earlier? My brain is a little mush right now. We are looking at Labor Day, not Labor Day weekend. We're looking at Memorial Day weekend in May. That would be believe the last weekend or the weekend before the last weekend in May. Now we have thought about moving it to spring, a different time of the year in years past. We don't know what that's going to hold. And we understand that when you move something like this, that some people are going to go, "Yay, that's great! Now I can go, I can attend." And there are going to be other people who say, "I could go in September, but I can't go in May." We understand that, and as anything like this goes, you can't make it good for every single person. So we just have to do the best we can. Set a date, move forward, and see what happens. There are some great aspects of moving it to May. First of all, I have been wanting more colleges to come to the convention to watch the showcases and participate. And being on Labor Day weekend, the colleges are flat out going, we there's no way we can make it Labor Day weekend. We're very fortunate that Sharinda Welton from the University of Findlay comes down, but most all of the schools are like, we start school in August, and there's no way we can get there 2 or 3 weeks after school starts. So hopefully we will get more schools attending. Another aspect is in September, August and September, particularly in Florida, the agents and the buyers are busy. They're busy getting the entertainment lined up for the upcoming fall and Christmas season. And then January, February, March, and April are big time convention months here in Florida. So at that time, they're like, I'm too busy booking stuff. So in May, their load is not so heavy. So we hope that more people will be able to come. More talent buyers will be able to come in May. Oh, sorry about that, Patrick. I hope my thoughts and prayers are with you as you make your decision. But go to Sunburst. So um, let's see. That's pretty much everything we had to say. So we are postponing it for our 18th convention in May. Um, and yes, if it goes over well in May, we will keep it in that time of year, the first half of the year. Maybe for the following year, we can move it up a little further. Maybe move it to April. I have a tough time January through March because that's my fair and festival season. And even just now, trying to go, okay, well, we can do it this weekend, but I can't do it these 3 weekends. Yes, that's what I meant, Doug. I don't know what I said, but that's exactly what I meant. Doug says, I think you mean that September they're too busy arranging the acts they've already picked. Correct. And in May they're shopping for acts. That is correct. So I hope we have more participation. Um, I'm expecting more participation in May than we would in September anyway. So that is it. If anybody has any questions or thoughts or suggestions, actually, I'm a little heavy on the suggestion side. So if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Also, well, I'll have more information as we go along, but I do expect to have more colleges participating. I don't know what the 55 plus community looks like. I do know the ones that have participated in years past, the ones that are on the entertainment committees are the ones that live here year round. And then they pick acts that they like for their upcoming season. So actually, that timing will be a little better for them as well. So they can, in May, they can select the acts that they want to see later on in the fall or the following year in January, February, March, and April. So we are going back. It looks like we're going back to the Florida Hotel and Conference Center. I don't know what all the layout will be. They've changed some of they got rid of traditions room, which is where we normally have our office and where we've had our seminars in years past. So more than likely, most of the things we're going to do are going to take place in the showroom. Yep, it'll all work out. Thanks, Carla. Hey, Ann, how are you? I don't know if you just jumped in here, Ann, or not, but or if you've been here the whole time, but we have postponed Sunburst yet again. And the press release for this year's Sunburst was going out yesterday. So day before yesterday, I contacted Eileen Lieber, who's our PR person. I said, hold off on sending out the press release about the Sunburst convention, um, because we're going to go a different route. So we are going to do a press release, but we're going to say um, that Sunburst has been postponed because of COVID. That's where it starts, and it all rolls down here from there. Yeah, this September just didn't feel right, and we hung on as long as we possibly could. As a matter of fact, let me tell you how long we we hung on. Is that right? We hanged on. That doesn't sound right. Anyway, Saturday is our cutoff day. If we did not change plans by Saturday, then we were committed to do September, and then we would have put on the convention whether we could afford to or not. So we had to go ahead and make a decision and do that. Yep, it's the right choice. So, I mean, even if we had it in September, um, mask would have been, what's the word I'm looking for? Not encouraged. That's too light. Mask would have been required. Mask would have been, that's not right either. Anyway, we're a look-alike convention. So I guess if you wear a mask, you can say you look like anybody, but that's not the idea. Oh, I see. There's the Jubilee. Well, what's more important, the Queen or Sunburst? I mean, come on. So Caroline's in there. So Phil, oh, I wanted to mention if you have already paid for your registration for Sunburst next month, well, in September, or if you've made a deposit, we're giving you two choices. You can either take that money and just say, hey, put it towards the convention in May, or we can give you a complete refund. So that is entirely up to you. So far, I contacted everybody who's already paid something today and said those are your choices. We can give you a refund, or you can just put it forward. And everybody but two people have said just put it towards the next one. So we did have several people who were registered, but not enough. So that's that. So if you have paid something and you haven't read the email yet, don't worry. You can either get a refund, or we can just put your registration towards the convention in May. We're going to be redoing the ads. Doug handles that for us with the new dates and everything. But I want to make sure I have the actual contract signed before we do that. So maybe you can fly from Orlando to London. Well, of course you can. Who says you can't? Any other questions or concerns? One of the great things that to tie in my appearance on To Tell the Truth and the Sunburst Convention is now when that goes out and people find out about it, I truly believe I'm going to get a number of phone calls from people who say, "Oh, I look like so and so," or "Everybody tells me I look like so and so," or "I've been doing this a while and I didn't know there was such a thing." Um, that they will have plenty of time to plan. Speaking of planning, I did a little more research today on airfares. If you are flying in from out of town, it is predicted that the airfares will go up after May 1st, to the tune of 43%. So the trick there is if you are coming to Sunburst, go ahead and get your plane reservations. Let's wait a week, make sure I've got the contract signed and everything. Go ahead and make your hotel room reservations as soon as I tell you we're all set and you can do that. That will all help out. Does this open the door for some of the things we weren't going to be able to do this year? Um, yes, but nothing is coming right up at the forefront. So if you have something in mind that you wanted me to touch on, please do that because my brain is just. I've been going to town today, trying to get all of the information so we can compare what we need to do. Looking forward to meeting everyone in May, and thank you, Greg. Absolutely. That's Jason Smith. He would have been a newbie in September, so he's going to be a newbie in May. He does a fantastic. I haven't seen him in action yet, but as far as his pictures and what I've seen on Facebook, he makes a great Jack Sparrow. He impersonates Johnny Depp, and he's also going to bring in Tony Stark this year at the Sunburst convention. We also had a great Mr. T coming. I hope he can make it in May now. And a new Britney Spears impersonator. We're our three newbies so far. Just seems like a lot. Yes, they were going to be. But it kind of gives us a fresh start. Like I said, we're going to have three levels. They were named different things, but I'm going to make them simple. Platinum, gold, silver. There you go. Uh, just to mention again, we're going to be adjusting the rates somewhat to help out with the increase of the room rates. But to be perfectly honest with you, $119 a night with no resort fee is a really good deal for that hotel. They've remodeled since the last time we were there, so it's it's a pretty good deal. And no parking fee. No parking fee. That is the truth. So that's about it. I've been on here long enough, right at a half an hour. So I think I will call it a night. I'm going to leave this up there. Feel free to email me at greg@sunburstconvention.com. You can call me or text me at 407 226 9088. Jamie, thanks for joining us. Thanks for jumping in here. And pardon me using the term jump because I imagine you're not doing a lot of jumping right now. And I'm going to leave that up to you if you want to share that with everybody. Yes, the spring in Orlando, the weather's going to be beautiful. And bonus, we're no longer in hurricane season anymore. So, because we have experienced those at Sunburst. I think I can remember 2 years, let's say two and a half, because one year we didn't get a hurricane, but it was a horrific storm outside when we were at the Rosen Plaza years ago. No, Sterling, if you want to pay your invoice, that's fine, but you've got plenty of time now because I don't know if you caught us at the beginning. We have postponed Sunburst until May. So I sent you an email on it, so check that, and I'll be happy to, I'm going to be resending the invoices. If you've already registered, I'm going to, you just let me know if you want me to leave the registration or if you want to redo it. So all of that fun stuff. Pool weather, absolutely. Absolutely. So who knows? We may even be able to do an outside event because in Labor Day weekend in Orlando, it's hot. Yes, we are out of hurricane season. I think hurricane season officially kicks in June, but nothing ever really happens till the end of the summer. So that's about it. Thanks for joining me. I will catch you guys later. Like I said, call me 407 226 9088. 407 226 9088. If you go to the website, you're just going to see generic information on the website until we can get it all updated with the new dates and rates and all that fun stuff. So we'll catch you guys later. Tomorrow, you have a good day and bless your heart in the good way. Catch you later. Bye.